let's look at Instagram's business model, shall we? Now, Instagram is one of the top social media networks in the world, and they have a focus on visual content, so photos, videos, and so on. Let's look at their business model, highlighting the 9 key parts as defined in the business model canvas. The first key part is customer segments. So who are the different kinds of people that Instagram serves? We have creators, businesses, and people who I call just social media users. So they don't really use social media to post or to run a business. They use it to catch up, right? So they are the accounts you see that the last time you posted was in 2014, or they just have no posts, right? Next up, what problems do these people have? So the creators are struggling to grow their audience and secure brand deals. The businesses are experiencing a stagnant or slow growing customer base and market share. And the just social media users, they want to keep in touch with the people they care about, their family and friends, acquaintances, as well as celebrities and other personalities. Now we go on to the value proposition, which is the next key part. What solutions already exist in the market? And we have other competing social media platforms like TikTok, X, aka Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and so on. So what solutions is Instagram bringing to the market, or have they brought to the market? For creators, they've given them a platform to express their creativity and personality so they can build an audience and a fan base. They've also given them the opportunity for increased reach and follower growth through Reels and other platform features like keywords, hashtags, and so on. And then they've given them easier access to brands so they can pitch and be pitched to, right? So they don't need to put their portfolio together, print it out, and then walk over to a business to pitch. They get brand deals that they can connect with brands online on Instagram without issues. Now, for the next segment, businesses, Instagram gives them access to the global market in one place and for free through organic marketing. So they can reach people in different cities and countries with their content, with the keywords they use in their bio and so on. And Instagram also offers paid ads for more targeted, predictable reach and sales. So with paid ads, the businesses can pay Instagram and really get tailored reach to reach the exact kind of people they're trying to reach with their content and their products. For the segment of just social media users, Instagram provides a platform to keep up with the people and personalities that they care about. So their friends and loved ones, the celebrities they love, and so on. Instagram also gives them access to communities where they can make new friends and feel a sense of belonging. The next question on the value proposition is what is different and unique about your solution? So what is different and unique about Instagram? Firstly, Instagram has over 2 billion users. They're one of the most used social media networks, right, in the world. They have one of the largest networks or largest audiences or audience size in the world. So that is a huge pro. 2, they give easy access to a wider audience through paid ads. So you can easily boost a post and all of a sudden your post is in front of a newer audience, a fresher audience, you grow your following, you get sales and so on. And then they give a connected experience to other meta platforms. And this is one pro that Instagram has over TikTok, Twitter, and other social media platforms. Because Instagram is in the Meta ecosystem, so Meta is the parent company, and they own Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, Oculus, and so on. You can run an ad and reach people on Instagram and Facebook with the same budget, right? So they give users of all segments access to a cross-platform audience, and that is a huge pro, right? So this is one thing that really makes them stand out from the rest of their competitors. Next up, channels. So how does Instagram reach their target customers? What channels do they use to deliver their value proposition? Firstly, through their mobile apps. So you can download Instagram on your Android device, your iOS device, and so on. You can also access Instagram through their website and use it on your PC, your laptop. You can also get Instagram or get connected to Instagram through word of mouth. So someone might mention it, oh, I use Instagram, that's where I share my pictures. Oh, that's where I, get a lot of my brand deals from Instagram. And then someone would go ahead to find out about the app or about the platform, download the app, sign up, and so on, through paid ads on search engines. So Instagram could run ads on search engines like Google, targeting specific keyword phrases that people search for, and then have that show up to let them know about Instagram. That could be a channel. And then physical events. Instagram and Meta in general host a lot of events. So events that they host themselves, as well as events that they sponsor, so that their brand has a presence there and they could potentially reach a new audience. Next up, customer relationships. What kind of relationship does Instagram have with its customers? So there are three I highlighted here. The first one is co-creation. So Instagram is not the only one that creates in this relationship. Unlike maybe a bakery that bakes the cake and then they just deliver the cake to the customer, Instagram requires its users to create content as well. So if everybody stops creating and posting content on Instagram, Instagram is going to lose its relevance because nobody is using the platform again, right? So there has to be that relationship of co-creation where Instagram is trying to get people to create more content, to publish more, so that there is actual content on the platform for other users to consume. The second type of relationship they have is self-service and automated services. So they have chatbots, they have a help center, they have the recently introduced Meta AI that you can ask questions and so on, where the users can just search for information and follow the steps and solve whatever issue it is they're having by themselves. And then the last one is personal assistance. And I know someone might scream because it can be difficult to get a human being to respond to you on Meta platforms, but you can actually use them, create a support ticket, request a more detailed assistance. So assistance from a human being if you've gone through their automated process and it's not working, and then you can get an email and sometimes even a call from an agent who would support you. So this is the kind of relationship, or these are the types of relationships that Instagram has with its customers. Next up, revenue streams. So how does Instagram make money from their value proposition, right? What are all the different ways they make money from their business? Let's look at 4. The first one is selling users data. And it seems kind of funny and illegal to say this, but they kind of do sell users data, right? To their partner channels and other businesses who are their partners, who use this data to improve their services and blah, 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 right? They do that. The second stream is revenue from platform ads. So I run a lot of ads. I run ads for myself. I run ads for clients. So all that helps them generate revenue. And advertising is a huge source of revenue for Meta in general. The third revenue stream is verification subscriptions. So when people subscribe to get verified, which is something they introduced a couple of months ago, Instagram gets their money. And the last one is through Instagram shop commissions on sale, right? So when someone sets up Instagram shop and then another person sees a product and purchases a product, Instagram gets a commission on every sale. I think it's 5% as at the last time I checked. So that's another stream of revenue for Instagram. Next up, cost structures. So what are the costs associated with running Instagram, right? So let's look at some of the major, most glaring ones. Obviously, staff salaries. Instagram has a very large workforce. Server and system maintenance costs to ensure that their systems are running. And even when there's a downtime, everything is fixed as quickly as possible. Marketing. Instagram spends a lot on marketing, fines, and legal settlements because they're always getting into trouble. They're always having issues. So they need to, it's a cost associated with running their business. They know that they're going to run into trouble with the government of some country or some agency for data protection. So they have a lot of costs when it comes to fines and legal settlements. Next up, key activities. So what activities does Instagram need to perform to function on a daily, weekly, monthly basis? Now we have software and hardware maintenance, of course, ensuring that everything is running smoothly with the app, with the website, and so on. We have content and account moderation, ensuring that what is posted follows their rules, taking down content that does not apply, and so on. And then we have customer service and support request handling. We have content creation. Excuse me, we have content creation. Instagram, they need to, create content even for themselves. And then we have marketing, right? Marketing is a key activity that they need to perform on a frequent basis. Next up, key resources. And this covers the tools, facilities, and people that Instagram needs to create and deliver their value proposition. So some of these key resources include their software and hardware systems. So if they don't have their mobile apps, their websites, their ad systems, their algorithms, cloud storage and all that, Instagram is not going to work, right? If someone hacks and takes over all these things, all these important things, Instagram cannot deliver their value proposition. That's where we all go on Twitter and search, is Instagram down? The next thing is user data. The data they have on their audience is such a key resource because it's what people use to run ads. If they did not have so much data on their audience, their advertising systems would not be effective and people would stop running ads and they would stop collecting people's money, right? So the user data they have is extremely important. And then they have their engineers, their cybersecurity experts, and so on. Those are key members of their team that they need on a daily basis, right? So that they can deliver their value proposition. And finally, last but not the least, who does Instagram need to work with to make this happen? They need to work with the app stores, ensuring that, their app and everything aligns with the policies of the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and so on, so that they don't have issues and their apps can remain listed on those stores, right? So that's a key partnership. Next up, creators. Instagram has to work with their creators, right? They need to have ways that they appreciate their creators and they keep creators on their platform, because if everybody stops creating, like I said before, we will all migrate to another app where we can actually get good content. And then finally, Meta. So they need to work, a key partnership is with the parent company, ensuring that Instagram fits well within the Meta ecosystem. People can run ads easily, ad accounts are easily synced, and so on. So these are some of the key partners that Instagram has. Now, this is not a total, definite look at their business model because I do not have all the information, fortunately. But I hope this gives you more context into the inner workings of Instagram. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel. I share information like this, breaking down business concepts and marketing concepts to help you build a profitable business. And I will see you in the next one.